Hi friends! Today I'm going to be making Hokkaido milk cream cake roll. This is a requested video from my dearest viewers. Thank you so much. She wants to recreate the Lawson's cake roll at home, but I have never tried that, so I went to Lawson to get it and taste it, and I found it really tastes good. The texture of the cake is bouncy and chewy and moist. It's similar to the mochi texture that we love. The whipped cream is really light and airy, and the aroma from the milk fat is exceptionally good. I tried my best to recreate this amazing cake at home, but the procedure is not the same as the ordinary kind of roll cake. But I'm sure this is a big hit. So let's get started. Preheat the oven 180 degrees Celsius. Let's prepare the baking tray. I am using a 30 by 30 cm baking tray. Line a parchment paper to fit in. Prepare one more piece of paper to finish the cake roll. Separate the egg yolks and white. We don't use 2 egg whites, so wrap them in a piece of plastic and keep them in a freezer for another use. We use 3 egg whites and 5 egg yolks. Remove calaza. The stringy thing sticks to the egg yolks. Melt unsalted butter on low heat. Turn off the heat when the unsalted butter melts. Sift in all-purpose flour and cornstarch. Mix well until incorporated. Turn the heat to low and cook until the butter and flour mixture forms a roux. Add in milk and continue cooking until it forms a roux. It will take 1 minute or so. This cake roll is basically like a souffle or choux pastry. Adding meringue to the roux creates the moist and silky butter. Transfer to a bowl and add in 2 egg yolks. Stir vigorously until thoroughly combined. Add the rest of the egg yolks and mix to combine. Set aside while we are making meringue. Start whisking on low to break up the firm part. You don't need to move around your hand mixer until it starts forming. Add in 1/3 of the sugar. Mix until the sugar is dissolved. Add in the next 1/3 of the sugar and mix until the sugar dissolves. When you see the meringue looks shiny and you feel the sugar at the bottom of the bowl is not remain, it completely dissolved. Add in the last 1/3 of the sugar and continue whisking on low. When all the sugar is dissolved, turn the speed to high and whisk until the stiff peaks form. It's going to take about a couple of minutes until it looks like this. My meringue is stiff and looks really glossy and beautiful. Now let's combine with the egg mixture. Add 1/3 of the meringue to the egg mixture. Using a whisk, tap the meringue to combine with the egg mixture. What I am doing is mixing the egg mixture with the meringue without deflating. and I lighten the mixture to mix all the remaining meringue without losing the volume at the end. This is the tip from the professional kitchen. It looks like you are ruining the meringue, but it's not. When you mix with the spatula, it takes time. There will be more chance to deflate your meringue. The idea behind this is cut the meringue into small pieces to mix with the egg mixture. When your cake batter is mixed about 80%, switch to the spatula and scoop the batter up to the center to make sure no meringue remains. This is look good. You have an even cake batter. Pour the cake batter into the prepared pan. I don't want to deflate the cake batter as much as I can. Move around the cake batter to fill all the corners like this. You don't really need to touch the surface, which causes a flat cake. If your cake batter is not going around like this, use a scraper or a palette knife to move the cake batter to fill the corner. But do not go over and over, otherwise there will be a chance to deflate and your cake will end up flat. Pop in the oven and bake it for 13 to 14 minutes until the surface is golden brown. Okay, this looks good. Tap the baking tray onto your countertop and take it out onto a wire rack. Peel off the paper from the side. When you leave it as it is, it will stick to the side, the paper will shrink to the inside, and your cake will not look good. Do not forget to peel off the side of the paper. Leave to cool to room temperature for about 20 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, let's prepare the whipped cream. We roll a lot of softly whipped cream, so we need some stabilizer for whipped cream. We are adding the gelatin as a stabilizer. Add in 1 tablespoon of boiling water to dissolve the gelatin powder. Set aside. Start whisking heavy cream and sugar on low speed until start thickening. Increase the speed to medium until soft peaks form. Add in dissolved gelatin and continue whisking until just before stiff peaks form. Set aside until the cake comes to room temperature. After 30 minutes, the cake is cooled to room temperature. Flip upside down and peel off the paper. And place a new paper on top and flip it over. The bottom of the cake seed comes to the outside. Drop the whipped cream at an interval so that you can evenly spread the cream. Save a little bit of whipped cream, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, for later use. Spread the whipped cream all over the surface. The end will be thinner than the center of the cake. Take the parchment paper as a guide and start rolling up. Slowly roll it up nice and tight. The end comes under the cake. Open the parchment paper and fill it up both ends with the whipped cream we saved. Place the cake on the center of the paper and tuck the paper with the ruler. The ruler will help you tighten up the cake roll. Chill at least 1 hour before serving. Now take a look at the inside. Cut with a hot knife, warm it up with the boiling water and wipe it off the excess moisture so that you can get the clean cut. Look at that beautiful cake roll. The texture is so moist and silky and the cream is so airy and fluffy. It's dreamingly soft and tastes good. I can say this is much better than store-bought. Actually, I used to make this cake roll when I ran the pastry shop and it was so popular. I always amazed by the science of the baking, even if you are using the same ingredients like eggs and sugar and flour and butter, but the different procedure makes a totally different texture and taste. I hope you like it and you will give this recipe a try. Thank you for watching the video. Give me a big thumbs up and share the video with your friends and families, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Follow me on the social media and tag me on your post if you give it a try. And go to my website for the printable recipe and more information. And my store on Amazon has pretty much everything that I'm using in my video. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Bye!